Hello, my name is Joe Molesti. I'd like to welcome you to our second edition of our blog series on elevator and escalator safety. In this edition, we'd like to go over escalator cone plates, the interaction with the escalator step, and what that means to the rider's safety. So let's get started. Escalator cone plates are mounted to the escalator floor plate. Now the floor plate you normally don't see when you're riding the escalator, as it is covered up with the entire width of cone plates. We only have two here to show you the difference between the plate and the cone plates and how it would look. Also, floor plates extend back in the width of the step. As you walk on and off an escalator, you're stepping on the floor plate, which also has an additional covering, either vinyl flooring or it may have a metal decking installed. But either way, you don't normally see the floor plate, but you walk on it every trip on and off the escalator. Our mock-up here has a very short version to better illustrate to you what we're trying to explain, hopefully successfully. Anyway, the cone plate's attached to the floor plate, and every cone plate segment, which there can be several depending on the escalator manufacturer, there may be 3 or 4, there may be more to cover the width of the step. They're held down by screws. This particular cone plates are held down by 2 screws apiece. When the screws are installed, they must be flush and don't offer tripping hazard. Very important. If you see missing screws or screws protruding or anything wrong with the cone plate, report that to the building facility and let them know there's some sort of potential safety problem that needs to be looked at. So, every escalator cone segment, plate, has teeth on it that must mesh inside the escalator step tread. Now, code doesn't say how much it has to mesh, just that it has to do so. So, how we test that as escalator safety inspectors is we take a common business card, if we happen to have one with our name on it, and if you need some, please let us know. And we try to insert that by hand underneath the cones. Now, of course, the escalator is shut off during this test. We don't do it with the escalator running. If we can insert that business card at any point along the whole row of cone segments, then it has failed the test and must be corrected. Now, why that would happen? Several reasons. Step rollers could be bad. The tire come off of them, the step sitting low, the step itself damaged. I've seen instances where the floor plate has been damaged. Scaffolding was erected on the escalator ran, got wedged under here, broke the cones off, bent the plate up, had to beat it back down with a big hammer, and what we couldn't do with that is we put it in our large press behind us and bent it straight again. So, there are instances where that does happen, fairly rare. Normally it's a problem with the step condition or the cone plate itself. They'll be missing teeth. So, we're going to replace a good cone segment with a damaged one to show you how that looks on the unit and the potential safety hazards that presents. So, let us get our tools, put on some basic safety equipment, and we're going to change this cone segment. Now, safety glasses, we've undone screws, had small pieces of metal shear off hit us, dirt debris on the steps, fan blowing, number of reasons why you wear your safety glasses. We always recommend a good set of hand shoes. Put them on, use them. We have all our fingers. We like to keep it that way. So, as it goes, look, I got all my fingers. So, use a good set of gloves. Now, the unit's off. We'll take a common screwdriver, Phillips head, break the screws loose, turn them out, set them on the side. Now you notice we don't set the screws on the tread plates. Some smaller screws can drop inside the tread area there. They're easy to overlook. Turn the unit on and you got more damage than what you started out with. Sometimes it takes a small pry. The unit acquired a little bit of dirt and gunk debris in there. and it gets all wedged up in the comb teeth, hard to get it up. So we removed our good one, and we're going to look at our damaged one. You'll notice this one has a broken tooth right here. So when it's on the unit, we'll put a couple screws in there to show you what it's going to look like. Although we won't torque them down as hard as what you would in the field. There we go. You notice the broken tooth right here. Now, we're going to cover a couple things. One, what this represents as a safety hazard, and two, why it happens. The safety hazard issue is now we have a gap. If a child came along, dropped a toy onto the tread plate, reached down to grab it, and the finger was jammed in there. I've had that happen. I investigated more than one incident like that. It happens. Sometimes a toy that's dropped breaks off the comb teeth. We have a sample here, a small ring, and while the ring may seem like it's not strong enough to do any damage to the big heavy-duty unit, these comb teeth are fairly brittle and do break off. So if a ring was jammed in the tread plate, came along, jammed in the tooth and broke it off, they both would be jammed in there, causing further damage. So little toys, jewelry, keys are common items that we find damage our units. So that tooth is gone, allows a large area here. Now, the job of the comb plate is if we took an object, let's use our pencil, and it was laying on the step, the unit's running, it came along, it deflects up over the teeth and out of the way. It doesn't get jammed underneath. If this unit had a pencil like that, it would jam in under there, fling up, possibly hit somebody, cause more damage, all kinds of problems. We don't want that. So that's the job of the comb teeth. Your feet slide along, they'll go up and over. You're supposed to pick them up and over. People ride along, they're talking, they're got other things on their mind. The soles of their shoes will hit the comb plates and glide up and over and let them know they have to get off the unit. Not to suggest a way to ride it, but it happens. So that's the job of the comb teeth. Now, when they're broken, they have to be changed. I know of no instance where a comb tooth had grown back. I've seen what I can only imagine people believe that that's the case because I've been shopping, been out airports, malls, and I've seen several cases where days and days go by, even though it's been reported with broken comb teeth. The only thing I can think of, people are waiting for it to grow back. If that ever happens, please let me know, and it'll be a wonderful day. But I don't think it's going to happen. So, code says if you got one broken, the unit can run. If you got two broken next to each other, adjacent, you got to shut it off and change them. My experience has always been, when you've got one broken, change it. It's not going to grow back. It's never going to get any better. It's only going to get worse. Why wait until two are gone, and all we've done is double our opportunities for a safety incident? So we don't want that. Change the comb plate, get it done. If you're riding an escalator, you see a broken comb tooth, report it. Sales associates, airport personnel, mall associates, security, building representative, building owners, whatever. Report it, ask them to fix it. It's for your safety, your family's safety, and the general safety of the riding public. You'll be doing everybody a favor. So that's how broken comb teeth affects everything. Now, there's another safety note here, soft-soled shoes. We've seen, I think Crocs is a popular brand name, with sandals. Any real soft-soled shoe, I understand they're very comfortable to wear, but they pose a real hazard on escalators, moving equipment. It's not uncommon for several times a month, retail stores get a call and the escalator guy comes out and has to remove a shoe from the escalator pit. Real soft-soled shoe, I think I can represent it by this sponge, is it will sink down into the tread, go along, and then it won't slide up over the comb plate. it'll jam under it. And literally, it'll take the soles right off your feet. Sometimes the whole shoe. We have removed complete soft-soled shoes from Escalator pits. Fortunately, so far, no toes in them. I know there's been reported incidents like that, though. So, use a little common sense. If they're real soft-soled shoes, take an elevator. There's usually one available nearby. Take the stairs. Put on some harder shoes. Don't go up barefoot. Just be real careful. Use some common sense. Watch your children. And be careful with that. So, that's our Escalator cone plate. Also, I wanted to mention is that we have a broken one here, but the one next to it is also bent. And that offers a problem as well. It's going to hit the tread here, possibly damage the tread. It'll break off easy. When they break off, oftentimes they fly up and they strike people. So if you see this condition or something like it, please report it. Get it taken care of. You'll be doing everybody a favor. So next what we're going to do is show you different options for Escalator cone plates in color and texture.